How does the red tent create sisterhood? Sisterhood is created when we gather together in circle and we take it in turns to speak our authentic truth. And we can only do that when we feel really held, when we feel that the space is really supportive, and that it is held by somebody that really honors the guidelines of the red tent. And that's somebody who is trained in the dynamics of group facilitation. You know, anybody can just say, yeah, come on over. But there's a certain skill set to holding a safe, sacred space, because it's different from social space. In social space, we tend to talk over each other, and those that dominate the group have a lot more airtime, and it's often those that don't say that much that have the deepest insights to offer. So a facilitator makes sure that the space is held where everyone has an equal voice, and that's, you know, one of the great powers of circle is that we learn to share power, we learn to share energy. And in addition to that, it's very, very healing, because as each woman speaks from the heart, not just mental chatter, but speaks their deepest truth and their knowing from their heart, something profound occurs. And that is, our heart opens to each sister as she speaks, and a mirroring occurs. We see ourselves, we hear ourselves reflected back in her words, in her vulnerabilities, in her self-criticisms, in her deep shame, in her strengths, in her insights. And so something shifts within us with each sharing, and we feel more deep understanding, more self-acceptance, and we see the universality of ourselves as women. So instead of judging our sisters, instead of putting them down as an unconscious way of elevating ourselves and feeling better about ourselves by gossiping or by bitching, we see ourselves mirrored in the other, and our compassionate heart opens. And this is something that, unless you have a direct experience of, you can feel very cynical about, because there's fear of being with a bunch of women, and understandably so. When we think about some of the experiences that we had growing up, in high school with the mean girls, the bitchiness that happens amongst women that have not experienced being initiated into this ancient tradition of sisterhood that we find in the red tent. So do check out the Red Tent online course if you want to find out more about this ancient tradition and how we can restore sisterhood as a new cultural landscape around the planet that grows support amongst women, rather than a state of separation and bitchiness, which tears each other down rather than building each other up. Thank you.